Namaste. Thank you, the owner of Namaste. Thank you to you. My English is not good, but I propose you a good deal. I will try to transfer you a part of my knowledge on the topic of aimed solar returns, and you please correct me anytime when I make mistakes. Okay? Okay. A very great man, Carl Gustav Jung, once said, everything is born on the world gets the characteristics of the place and of that moment. It is astrology. Now we can say that everything, not everyone and everything is born on Earth, receive a special imprinting from the stars. The stars is a generic name, but is not correct because we refer us to the planets of our solar system and to the sun and to the moon. Then not the stars, but the celestials. Okay, and we receive a very strong imprinting at the moment of birth. But it is not the only imprinting that we receive during our life. In fact, our life is in relation with the biorhythms, and we watch especially to three fundamental biorhythms. The first is a biorhythm of one day, because the Earth rounds in one day. And we have a lot of proofs that demonstrate this fact. For example, the curve of the blood pressure, or the internal melatonin production in the body that has a spike 1/2 after sunset, because melatonin prepare to sleep and is a very important substance.
So you're saying before, let's say the sun sets at 7:30, at 6:30, the energy spikes?
Spike because the medium level of production is in every hour of the day is so, and 1/2 after sunset we have a spike. A spike in electronics language is a very high difference of level in a very short time. Okay. The second very important biorhythm is the biorhythm of 28-29 days, and is the time that the moon the moon completes around the around in relation to the Earth. We have also here a lot of proofs. For example, the tides. The moon is able to attract millions of tons of water when she is on the vertical of a place. And you say that our body is for over 65% of water. But we have also the female cycle that is in relation to the moon. And we can continue for hundreds of examples of the importance of this biorhythm. But the most important biorhythm is the biorhythm of 1 year because the Earth rounds in 1 year around the Sun. In fact, we have that animals fall in lethargy every year in the same period. The animals fall in love every year in the same period. The trees makes fruit in the same period. In the middle of June, we have cherries. Yes. This is the most important biorhythm that as we can display as a sinusoid. Do you remember sinusoid? Okay. At the moment of a birth of a woman or a man, the sinusoid is at alpha point or 0 point. 365 days after, we have another point, alpha point, okay? Or 0 point. Every year, in the day of birthday, that is around 365 days, around, but not 365 days, we have as a reset of our body. And the imprinting that we get from the stars is a special imprinting, not the same imprinting of 1 month later birth or before birth, or a moment during the year, but a special moment that is the solar return. The solar return is when the sun, we see the sun at the same point of that birth in degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay? In that moment, we can choose a place on the whole world when we can get the best stars for us for 1 year. Only 1 year.
If we are close, if we move to another latitude that's closer to the sun.
Oh, the stars in the sky are fixed, but we can move on the circumference of the Earth.
But not the
and then and also in we move in geographical latitude.
Or you go to Mexico, that's
Yes,
12,000 feet
yes.
higher.
I personally use a lot the very very high latitudes, geographical latitudes. Very high latitudes, over the polar circle, that is at 66 degrees and 27 minutes. Okay, then I move especially on north of Siberia, of north of Canada, of north of Alaska. Okay, that are the 3 points.
How come they're always cold? Cold places.
Very cold, very cold.
Not the Caribbean.
But not like New York. New York is very cold. Siberia is un paese do sole. Okay. Then we can calculate this place in our mind if we are able, or we can use a software to choose to see the sky um, in every point of the world. Then we choose the best sky for our targets, for our goals.
And does this have to coincide with astrophotography? Like if your birthday is going to be better in Spain for a year, but in Spain, let's say you have Mars rising on the ascendant, astrophotography, how does that work?
What is the problem with the display?
Suppose
The best
you
place
were
is
going
Spain.
to do your
Ha
chart,
detto la cosa
and
verso la,
for the best birthday, it was going to be Spain.
per il
Suppose.
compleanno la
But in astrocartography,
Astrocartography, no. There are two different things. The aimed solar returns or the aimed lunar returns. In this moment, I am spending my aimed lunar return in New York. Astrocartography is another thing that is not to get some good things for 1 year, but is important to give us some important targets or goals for all the life. If we move and we stay in that place for all the life. Okay. I have to precise a thing. Do you know probably Jim Lewis? That he was considered the inventor of the astrocartography, but it is false, because I was in correspondence at the beginning of the year 70. About 1978, 79, I read an article of Jim Lewis about astrocartography. I asked to him to sell me his software. He asked to me $40,000. I answered that it is not possible, but I did not know the algorithm to calculate the astrocartography. But because the computer is a speedy, stupid, but speed. I realized a software where I said to my computer, of the first computers, I said, you have to calculate meter by meter all the Earth, the position of the ascendant, of the mid-even, of the descendant, of the imum celi. Okay? And it worked 8 hours, 9 hours, and after gave me the same chart of Jim Lewis, and not for $40,000. But the true wants that was not Jim Lewis to think astrocartography, because we have my collaborator has found in ancient books of century and century ago an aphorism of Girolamo Cardano that explains the exact algorithm for calculating the astrocartography. But it is a different argument of Ahmed solar return, because the Ahmed solar return is able to give us a special gift or some special gifts for 1 year only that we can repeat every year. I repeat from 43 years. And I have sent over 25,000 people to spend their birthday in every place of the world. And the very important thing that I, 1 year later, I have listened the facts of that year, and then I have reached a higher level of knowledge in this field, on this topic of astrology. Then, for example, we first of all, we have to say that it is not necessary to stay 1 week or 1 month in that city or in that location. No, we have to stay on the minutes of time when the sun has the same exact radix or natal longitude. For example, 10 degrees, 27 minutes, 33 seconds in Leo. When we have this distance, we have to stay in that location, and after we can return at home.
And the benefits work in the other location.
Yes, for
Really?
for 1 year. Yes.
Should have moved for that year.
Two questions. Do you use precession corrected solar returns or non-precession?